The judge was mid-sentence when my daughter squeezed my fingers. Not fear, not comfort. Pressure. Deliberate. A signal. Her feet didn't reach the floor from the wooden chair. Pink shoes swinging. 6 years old and perfectly still otherwise. Too still. She looked straight ahead. Not at me, not at her mother. At the table across from us, my wife, soon-to-be ex, sat rigid. Back straight. Chin lifted. The posture of someone performing innocence. She hadn't looked at me once since the hearing began. Unfit father, her lawyer had said earlier. Neglectful, unstable, dangerous. Each word landed like it was rehearsed. Polished. Weaponized. I felt nothing on my face. I made sure of it. Inside, something old and cold adjusted its grip. My daughter leaned closer. Her voice was barely sound. "Daddy," she whispered, "if the judge asks me something, can I show him?" I didn't answer right away, because I already knew. The way she'd been hiding the tablet under her pillow for weeks. The way her mother kept saying, "She's too young to understand adult things." The way lies rot slower when children are involved. I gave the smallest nod. That was the moment everything tilted. Weeks earlier, the divorce papers had arrived without warning. No argument beforehand. No cracks I hadn't already sealed. Just an envelope on the counter and a woman who suddenly spoke like a stranger. She said I was distant. She said I scared our daughter. She said the court would see it her way. I watched her mouth move and cataloged the inconsistencies. The pauses. The over-explanations. Guilt always leaks. You just have to be patient enough to watch it pool. At night, while she slept beside me like a prop, I replayed conversations, counted timelines, measured affection like evidence. And then I noticed what she didn't erase. A calendar reminder mislabeled. A contact saved under a woman's name who never called. A laugh my daughter mimicked that I'd never taught her. I didn't confront. I don't believe in emotional reactions when truth is still forming. Instead, I observed. I listened from hallways. I checked cloud backups she forgot existed. I learned how quiet betrayal really is. The night I found the recordings, my hands didn't shake. They never do when something finally makes sense. My daughter had pressed record because she thought, Mommy sounded different sometimes. Because children notice tone before meaning. Because no one told her not to. In court, my wife shifted in her seat. Just once. She finally looked at our daughter. Not with love, with fear. And for the first time since all of this began, I allowed myself a breath. Because truth doesn't need to shout. It waits. The judge adjusted his glasses and looked down at my daughter. "Do you want to say something?" he asked gently. She nodded. "Once, firm. Can I show you something Mommy doesn't know about?" The courtroom stilled. Even the air seemed to pause. My wife laughed. A short, brittle sound. "Your Honor, she's confused. She plays games on that thing all the time." The judge raised a hand. "I'll decide that." My daughter slid off the chair with help from the bailiff. Walked to the front like she'd practiced it. She didn't look at her mother. Not once. She held up the tablet with both hands, thumbs steady. "I pressed the red button like Daddy's phone," she said. "Because Mommy said not to tell Daddy." That sentence landed harder than anything else. The judge nodded. "Go ahead." She pressed play. At first, it was just audio. Static. Shuffling. My wife's voice came through soft. Intimate. Nothing like the one she used in court. "You know he's not really paying attention," she said. "I can make it look like he's unstable. I've been documenting everything." A man laughed. Low. Familiar in a way that made her stiffen. "And the kid?" he asked. There was a pause. Then, "She'll say what I need her to say." "She always does." My wife stood up so fast her chair screeched backward. "That's enough," she said, voice cracking. "This is illegal." He coached her. I didn't move. The judge didn't blink. The audio kept going. Conversations about hotels, about timing, about how unfit father played better than adulterous mother in family court. Every word peeled another layer off her carefully built mask. My daughter turned the tablet off herself. The silence afterward was surgical. My wife looked at me then. Finally. Her eyes searched my face for something. Rage, pleading, panic. She found nothing. I had already mourned the marriage weeks ago, already buried the version of her I thought I knew. This wasn't revenge. This was accuracy. The judge cleared his throat. Mrs. Now you'll be remaining seated. Her lawyer whispered urgently to her. She didn't respond. She was staring at our daughter now, like she'd just realized who'd been watching all along. The ruling didn't take long. Primary custody awarded to me, supervised visitation. An investigation opened for coercion and falsifying testimony. As we walked out, my daughter slipped her hand into mine. Did I do good? She asked. I knelt to her level, met her eyes. You told the truth, I said. That's all that matters. Behind us, my wife collapsed into sobs that sounded hollow, distant, like they belonged to someone else's life. I didn't look back. Some victories aren't loud. They're quiet, precise, and permanent.